Okay, my name is Brennan Stickney.
My name is Odin McDonald.
I'm a part of the improv team, Hat Trick.
And I'm a part of the improv team, Whack It.
The worst one. So, we're going to show you today how to play a few improv games and do the basic rules of improv for competition and for what we do at improv night.
One of the first things you need to know about improv are just basic stage rules. For example, if you ever hear the term cheat out, it means to, instead of talking to the person in the scene like this, you turn outward so the entire audience can see your entire body, but you can still communicate with your partners on stage.
The second rule is to never say no. Let's say you're doing an improv scene or doing something at improv night and one of your teammates says something like, "Oh, look at this turkey sandwich I have."
No, that's a hot dog.
That makes the scene uncomfortable and the audience, it's hard for the audience to follow what's really going on.
It breaks the fluidity of the scene and really reminds you that it isn't scripted, and that just proved it. There's no fluidity amongst the players in the game, and the audience is broken out of that reality.
So the trick is to say yes and. Hey, look at my turkey sandwich.
Yeah, that's a lot of mustard.
So what it does is it adds something else to the scene. So what we can do next is talk about how much mustard there is and how there's a lackage of mustard in the world.
Yeah, you're really hogging up all the mustard, Brennan.
No, I had the last bottle and I bought it, so it's my mustard.
It's like Nelson Mandela always says, share your yellow mustard, but away with the Dijon.
So that was just came out of, wow, that's a lot of mustard. So we could have taken that a little bit farther. It wouldn't have been funny, but we could have taken that a little bit farther. So next we're going to show you a few games. These are intro games that...
Now, one of the games we like to play to get things going is a game called 185. This follows a basic structure of stepping up, and you say 185 blank, walk into a bar, and it's usually followed by some sort of pun or joke, and it's just a way to get the creative energy built up.
So the trick is, the more groans you get out of your joke, the better the joke was. The trick is to get your audience to, "Oh, that was horrible," because that means it was funny, and if the audience hates it, it means you were great. And this is also a game you can play while driving in a car. For example, you think to yourself, trees. So you try and come up with jokes about trees.
185 trees walk to a bar. The bartender says, "Would you like a drink?" Or, somehow else, 185 chairs.
185 chairs walk into a bar and the bartender says, "Hey, take a seat." So you don't have to come up with 20 each time. You can always come up with a new thing. The trick is to just get your brain moving and thinking about a whole bunch of different things. The next game we're going to show you is called World's Worst. The trick of this is to come up with the world's worst thing to say in a certain situation. So the goal is to make everyone groan again, but mostly because it's uneasy if this were to actually happen. For example, the world's worst thing to say at a funeral.
You.
Or, when's the will being read?
My bad. World's worst thing to say in the principal's office.
I plead the fifth and refuse to answer.
Hey, yo, what up, Zim dog?
If you didn't want me to use the mic, you should not have left it in the lunchroom.
It's a really easy game just to think of some things off the top of your head, quick and witty jokes. Usually this is a nice warm-up, as we said earlier, for yourself. But also, if you've seen at shows like Improv Night, we use these smaller games just to get the audience up and going and get them ready for the rest of the improv they're going to see that night. So, thank you for watching, and we'll be back some other time with some more improv games for you guys.
See ya.